music that's out there, and everybody don't want to accept a role. You know, like you a role model if you in that role. You know what I mean? Whether people are modeling themselves after the discipline of who you are and it's developing them in good terms or developing a negative.
Right, yeah, for sure.
You may not want to take the side effects, you know what I mean, of your influence and take responsibility for it. So you may try to place that on a parent or anybody else, but you don't even realize you have more power a lot of times over a child than their own parents. You know what I mean? Or a young mind, and that's really what we talking about is younger minds.
Play into the imagination.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like when kids see celebrities or whatnot on TV, it's part of their imagination. It's part of their fantasy. You know what I'm saying? They dreaming to be like this person. You know what I'm saying? They seeing this person in their dreams.
Yeah. Hey,
they're imagining
about me, man.
They're imagining how you're saying. You know what I mean?
Right.
They imagine how
dream
unreal.
don't mean nothing because relax.
Like I saw you in the dream, bro. I mean, listen, I definitely like to travel. I'll say that.
Yeah. I know you astral travel too. I think I heard you say something about your astral travel abilities, man.
A little bit. I won't say that like, you know, I'm like a diamond medallion member or something like that. You feel me? But I got some miles.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I got some miles in for
Just
sure.
a little Uber astral traveling. You know
I don't know if I can walk into the Sky Club just yet, but you know.
This episode is brought to you by Goldwater.
And I talked about this before of like me believing that I astral traveled as a child. Like in the story of like when I grabbed some money on my dream before, like I had some money in the dream and I held on it so tight. Listen, people ain't gotta believe it, but
yeah, but you had that money.
I woke up, that money was there. And as a grown man, the memory is 100% real. You know what I'm saying? But it's like,
how much money was it?
I know it was some cents, some change, and some dollars. It
really?
Probably, yeah.
That's crazy.
And that's why I was like, and I believe it was a gold coin. That's why I was so excited too. But I just remember like, and I was trying to do it on purpose. Like, I got to keep this because the feeling of having it felt so good. I didn't want to wake up without it.
Right.
You know, and ever since then I tried to do it, but it didn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? But I truly believe in the ability to, you know, go outside yourself, right? Like your body is not a prison, right? Like your mind doesn't exist within your body, right? This is just the way we localize, you know, our ideas of reality, right? When we think about time, we think about life, all of these things, our senses can fool us because it helps us, you know, go through life with this train of thought to where it's not too much going on. Yeah, but for me, you know, I like to travel a lot in my own mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, and my whole goal right now is to get people to realize their power, right? Like, it's a story of this magical stone in this village where was this kid named Reveal. And Reveal heard about this old man that had this ability that everybody that went and grabbed this magical stone, all of a sudden they get a completely like new mind. They can see the world in a completely different light. You know, so Reveal, like, he was skeptic though. He was like, man, ain't no way he giving y'all this insight. Y'all just going and touching this stone. So, but he decided to go check it out anyway because he was curious. So he go to the old man in the village and he say, listen, I want to try the stone. Right, and he said, I heard that it's going to give me a completely new mind and allow me to see things I never seen before. And he's like, yeah, everything is true. He said, all you got to do is grab that stone right there. So he picked it up, you know what I mean, a little open-minded, still skeptic. And he grabbed the stone. He said, first, I need you to close your eyes. But when you open it, it's going to be different. You're going to see the world differently. So he grabbed the stone, closed his eyes. Then all of a sudden, all these visions started to come to him. He started to, what he thought was like seeing the different dimensions. He could see what the future world would look like. He could see what his future self looked like. Like he could see everything completely different. You know what I mean? And so when he opened his mind, he was shocked. Like, how did that work? You know what I mean? And the old man said, it don't work. That's just a regular stone. He said the power the whole time was in you to imagine something different, right? Your mind has that capability. Right. The stone just helps you, you know, create that power of belief within self.
Right.
And he said everybody that came here before you came here was for the same thing, and I told them the same thing.
Like some type of totem.
So when he walked out there, he told everybody, yeah, bro gave me a new mind. I see the world completely different now.
Yeah.
You know, and there's so many people that don't have growth mindset, so many people that don't access the limits of their own abilities. So we live in one of the greatest times on the planet Earth, but people ain't walking around living like it. You know what I mean? You can easily turn a liability into an asset by the way you perceive it, right? So it's like, people can be liabilities until you give them, a job, you give them a vision, right? It's like technology can be a liability until you're using it for efficiency.
Right, so you're utilizing it.
Right.
Social media.
Social media. So for me, being at your highest level is having a realization. It ain't chasing nothing. It ain't finding nothing. It's just realizing, like, the most beautiful thing on the planet Earth, one of the most powerful things we have is the placebo effect. We believe it. We can change our biological structure. We can cure ourselves. But doctors give people placebo effect to activate the mind. That's all. You know what I mean? So as a teacher, as a thought leader, my goal is just to activate you. That's it. Just to get you to thinking, just get you to use yourself.
Right. Just to ignite that spark.
I'm sure it's times where you can see yourself, kind of in the third, like, I'm about to use Joey Badass to go on there and get this. You know what I mean? Because even when you take on, and when you become known to the world, you become this entity, right, or deity that people know. And it's like you have control over that thing. You can build it up, you can design it, you can change the image of it, you can create a better life to live through that, right? So what's that process for you? Like, current Joey Badass is not the same that got in the game, right? You are a much higher level version of yourself. If you could have looked at yourself when you first started and be like, that's my future self, bro, cool as hell. What he doing? You feel me? Like, what's that iteration and process of self-development? Yeah, I mean, looking at